everybody, welcome back to more Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with your host Koopa. In the last episode, we got 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds and got to Chemical Plant Zone, which is Amazing Music Zone. And in this episode, we're going to continue through Amazing Music Zone, and I'm really going to be sad when we have to say goodbye to this song, but still, I love this theme so much. Look how fast we go. Look how fast we go. This game is so much more faster paced than the first game as well, which is why I like it a lot more than Sonic 1. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. And that is the end of Act 1. Wow. Less than a minute in and we already ended. And we got a live too. Nice. Sonic Hedgehog 2, Chemical Plant. Act 2, it's time to get the 7th Chaos Emerald in this zone. Get alive here. Yeah, now this act is pretty famous for an infamous section that we're going to see later into the act. I know you can actually skip it by taking an upper path, but I don't actually know where that is, so I'm not going to be skipping it here. Okay, so if we go up here, go this way, go backwards instead of speeding right through. If we fall down here where this platform is, these remind me of a lot of the platforms from Spring Yard Zone. And get another checkpoint. And here is the final special stage. Oh boy, hopefully I can get this. 100 rings right off the bat. Okay, this is going to be tough. I believe this is the hardest one, actually, not 5, like I was saying in the last episode. Oh god. They start doing, so they start going double at one time without any warning, which is another thing I really hate about the special stages. They start changing up the patterns with little to no warning. They start adding bombs to these. Here we go. Yeah. It's really hard to keep up with the pattern. Okay, here we go. And yeah, barely made it. Okay, that first section is probably the hardest of the whole special stage. The rest of it is, especially the third section, is a breeze. But again, no walk in the park. Now I believe there's one section where they stop alternating. There's going to be like 4 in a row where they're going to keep going into the same. Okay, I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. They're going to keep going 4 in a row here. I remember this because it tricked me up like 20 times in my first time through. Here we go. Now this section we can rest easy because this section is literally only 20 more rings and it's really easy. All you have to do is circle around and get a lot of rings, and there's barely any bombs too, and they're in such an unpredictable pattern. So basically once bombs pass by, just stay in that section where the bombs pass through. And oh shoot, oh well, yeah. And there's a lot of rings here, so if you get hit, don't give up because you might still have a chance. I'm gonna be really sad if I do end up failing this special stage section. Well, we already got enough. It's just a matter of not getting hit here. Now, as you can see there, they start reversing the pattern of the bombs, but it's still a pretty predictable pattern. And is that the special stage? That is the special stage, and that's the 7th Chaos Emerald. So now that there's actually 7 Chaos Emeralds in this game, instead of the 6 that were in the first game, you actually get an extra reward. Now Sonic can change into Super Sonic. So what Super Sonic is basically, you go Dragon Ball Z, 7 Chaos Emeralds, 7 Dragon Balls. Once you get 50 or more rings and you jump, you will automatically turn into Super Sonic, which is a system that I'm kind of on. I much prefer it how they did it in Sonic 3, where if you double jump, you turn into Super Sonic. But in this game, you jump with 50 or more rings, and you just automatically turn into Super Sonic, which is And one of the other things I have with Super Sonic is that it doesn't really seem like he was planned all too well, because there's some sections where, wow, went through the floor there. or the wall or the roof or whatever. And now, once we get 50 rings and pass the checkpoint, we can't... Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's Supersonic. This is by far the earliest I've ever gotten him. Okay, here we go. He is invincible to everything except he can still drown and get crushed and fall into a bottomless pit. Go for an extra life. There's actually a glitch you can do here. If you do kill yourself at the same time you're drowning, you might get like an infinite number of lives. I don't know how to do that too terribly well, so I'm not going to try it. But yeah, Sonic goes much faster and jumps much higher as Supersonic. Like, look at this. Look at this. You can just cheese this section. Look at that. I didn't even get touched by the water there. Yeah, but he's way slipperier, though. He's much harder to control than normal Sonic is, so you might want to be careful if this is your first time. And the reason I said it doesn't seem like he was too well planned out for this first game he was in is because a lot of the times if you fall from a really great height, you will pass through the floor and act as if though you died to a bottomless pit because you went through the floor when you really shouldn't have. It happens a lot in zones like Hilltop. But anyway, here's a Robotnik again. He's gonna have this goo thing coming at you. And look at this, look at this. It's just a joke with Supersonic. Like, look at him. Also, I like his ledge animation. If you, oh, well, I don't want to do it there because I actually might die, but I'll show it off later. But look at this. If the Sonic stands on an edge of a platform, he does this balancing animation. But when Supersonic does it, he has a more awesome, we'll say, animation for it. And I want to continue off doing this because I feel like 6 minutes is too short for an episode. So I'll continue off with Aquatic Ruin. I think I'll just do 2 zones per episode like I did with the last game. So yeah, Aquatic Ruin is the water stage of this game. And basically you do not have to touch the water at all. If you're good enough and stay on the upper route, you do not have to go into the water at all, which is one of the best things in this for this water level. It's not my favorite water level in a Sonic game. I think that belongs to Hydro City or whatever. But yeah, you do not have to go into the water at all. Like I said, if you're good enough, you could just stay in this top section without having to go into the water one time. Like here I have to go into the water very briefly, but again, it's hardly the awfulness that was Labyrinth Zone. And oh, I actually haven't explained this yet. Sonic has a new move. If you hold down and mash the A button, he has now a method of breaking into fast supersonic speed without having to gain momentum from land anymore. He can go from 0 to 100 at a standstill. It's really awesome, and it really helps a lot underwater as well, because underwater you're slowed down, but with the spin dash you could still gain a lot of speed underwater, which is really helpful. So basically, Aquatic Ruin is not all too bad. It's not what you would think for a water level in a Sonic game. It's a really well-constructed level where if you want to go through, if you're not too good, you have to go through the water, but the game gives you a spin dash and plenty of air bubbles to boot. But if you're good at this game and don't really want to go through the water, you don't have to if you know where to go. Like, look at this. I barely went into the water in this whole stage that's supposed to be the water zone. I just really like this zone. This is a water zone done right in a Sonic game. Again, Hydro City is probably the better one, but again, just a water level where you have a choice as to whether you want to go to the water zone depending on your skill level or not. That's a really good water zone in a Sonic game. Like, usually I have to go down there and actually go through a water section, but here I could just dash up here and not have to worry about it. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No water at all. Well, here we're going to get into the water section. And right back out again. There's actually parts of level down there, so if you do fall, you do have to go through water. But again, look at that. I barely touched the water at all, and here I am fighting Robotnik already. Here we go. So basically, he's just going to be hitting these totem poles. You could just stand at one of the edges of the screen so you can climb on one right away, but usually you'd have to use these arrows that he's shooting out as platforms to get up and hit him. And wow, I got another life. Okay, we didn't get to turn into Supersonic, but I think that's going to call it for this episode. Next time on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we're going to go to Carnival Night Zone. Casino Night Zone, excuse me. See you guys next time.
Oh, yeah. Yahoo!